Hello, my lovely starborns. Welcome to your collective reading. So, this is a special reading for all my lovely light workers out there, beings of light. So, there is something I did not fully understand about light, which is being revealed to me lately. It's that the intensity of it, the firepower that comes with light. Talking about the blazing fire of the very swords of the angels, right? Like the path is singular essentially. So it's not like one day you are on the light path and the other day you are on the left path. So it's not like, how magicians, they cannot just drop the left hand path and start on the right hand path and expect everything is going to be squeaky clean, right? It's something like that. So anyway, my path is light, but even that has a spectrum. So when it comes to the fiery intensity of this light energy, it just gets grounding, I would say. So yesterday I finally did a reading on the energy that I'm dealing with. Abraxas. I asked my cards and I used this deck, and the card of light language came out along with resolution of duality. So that was very clear. But when I used tarot to clarify the energy, the devil jumped out in reverse. And then I received a bunch of messages, which I'm just going to keep it to myself. But I'm pretty sure if you are on the light worker path, you are going through a ringer right now. And it's not just because I feel so, it's because there are so many other people out there who are going through the same, and it's not a coincidence. Nothing is a coincidence. I feel this crown activation up play. I sleep hardly for like 4 to 5 hours every day. Usually it's 7 to 8, and my crown is like going crazy. Today I woke up with a very like I think I'm about to catch cold. Yeah, in peak summers. So I don't know what that is about. And solstice is going to be a very, very activating time. It's almost like the energy is building up to that. And then a whole different portal is being opened with the solstice that is going to lead us into the Lion's Gate. And it's just like one activation after the other, and the energy is not going to stop. It is only going to get accelerated. And while I'm doing this, my head is really aching. But I need to get this message out. So let's see. What is going on? Tell us more about this activation, the purge. First, let's talk about the activation, and then I'm going to look into the purge. Okay, Spirit, messages for my lovely collective, the ones on the path of light, no matter how intense and how dark it gets. Okay, two more shuffles. Final. Mm. Nina Simone is coming up. What is that about? I'm actually hearing that song, Nina, by 21 Savage. Let's see. Complex stability. Eek. That is what is up. Ish. Mm. Again, I get this energy of duality here, and it's like something is being integrated for sure. That is why there is so much emphasis on the good and the bad and the in between. Yeah, I'm kind of like getting tired of it, to be honest, but It's an experience, I guess. That's what we are here for. I, if I sound jaded or anything of that nature, I am not jaded. Just putting it out there. I'm just overwhelmed, and yeah, I do have trouble breathing. And something is happening with my crown. I'm getting tingles while I speak, and something is happening with my heart too. Anyway, eek. So it means spirit, breath. Uh, wow, wind, inspiration, presence, co-creation of reality, truth, simplicity, unseen forces, integration of polarities. That's what I'm talking about. Focused intent. Yeah, they're very complex though. It's really difficult to pinpoint exactly, but a lot is going on. And Eek is connected to number two, which is again all about polarity. That's why you got that black and white energy going on in this. And even this one, like, very gray energy here. Mm. It's very important that if any victim consciousness is coming to light, look into it, but don't become a victim of whatever this is, because it's a test, okay? And your shadow side is going to be tested too. Like, your shadow is being tested for integrity itself. You could be feeling rage, you could be feeling anger, you could be feeling frustration, bitterness, even a little bit of anxiety, I would say, because the path is very unknown, the one that is unfolding right now. And even though it's the path of light, a lot is hidden, a lot is unseen. It's almost like you cannot even see the tunnel, forget about the light at the end of the tunnel, something of that nature. And then it makes you think, like, what sort of light am I working for? What is this? But you have to understand the nature of this realm is so dense, it's so dark, that light works differently. It works very differently from what you presume. Okay, in action, in motion, the energy of light is kind of dark. That's what I'm figuring out, but it could be different for you because it's all about levels, right? Where we are at, we we're all at different levels. And when I say levels, it's not like, some sort of like a weird ass competition or anything. No, it's just like, it's all about your frequency at the end of the day, and the soul path that you're here for, and the contracts you have signed, pre-soul amnesia. So it says the unbridled bird knows freedom by soaring on the updraft, which is reminding me the energy of the birds very, very strong lately. I got a vision, and literally, this was before Abraxas's energy made itself known. It was actually a night before that, and I got this vision where I saw a bird-like being, but it was like a being. And I know about avians, I do have those markings, but like, the creature that I saw, the being, let's call them a being, but it was more of like a creature. And it turned out to be somewhat like, it had long hair, that was the only difference, but it turned out to be a total look alike of this representation of Abraxas, especially when he is drawn as a demon, like big chubby, and has a very beak like big nose, that like that of a bird. And I had not seen that picture earlier. But when I was doing my research on Abraxas, that energy came in, and I was reminded of this vision. And I was like, I did not understand when I was seeing it, because I was just like, I was in bed, I was lying down, and I was trying to sleep, and this energy. It was just like this being was looking sideways, and when I saw it, kind of looked at me, you know. And it had like long flowy hair, blonde, yeah, blonde hair. And I cannot really remember what I felt. I dismissed it. I did not make much of it. But of course, the next day I was like put through a ringer. Anyway, it says open to the breath of spirit so that you can be guided and inspired. Awaken to the unseen that already infuses your experience. Yeah, yeah. Amidst the seeming complexity, simply stop and breathe. Yeah, I'm trying. Trying. I'm so very trying. Anyway, I'm trying, yeah. Simplify. Slow down. Oh, yes, I have. Grasping and holding on will only slow your growth process. Yeah, like don't try to get into your head right now because weird things are happening. You just have to experience, observe, and just be, okay? And move in honesty and truth. Yeah, goes without saying. Consider whether your choices derive from the movement of spirit or from the constriction of unconscious beliefs and limiting definitions. Yes, limitation is the death of gnosis, because when you are aiming for higher wisdom, you cannot limit yourself. You cannot hold on to old paradigms and what you have known all your life and what you grew up knowing, and it's all about that love and light and everything is good in heaven. Embrace the unseen forces that move to guide, inspire, and assist you. I'm not saying heaven is not a place. It is, could be. It's a dimension actually, which is what you understand as heaven. But seriously, heaven is something which is non existent when you look at the technicalities of things. It says, open in this moment to the vitalizing currents of spiritus that flow, recognition of your wholeness. And the spirit, this light is flowing everywhere in all your bodies. Goes without saying, many of you, you're receiving light language activation, light body activation, and all of that is done through the light codes because you are the light workers. You are the light workers, and you receive the light codes before you're able to pass it down. And before that, you need to incorporate, you need to live the shift, you need to become this guiding light for humanity itself. You do the toughest of tasks. And I'm sorry, it's not always love and light. Most of the times it's really not. It's actually because the light ones, they don't talk too much about their woes, right? So they make it look very easy to everyone around them. That is also a source of envy and jealousy because people think it's so easy, but how easy is it living in this human vessel? Like, I don't even want to get into it. But let's also look at the shadow wisdom because shadow is loud. Mine is, I can feel it. So, do you doubt your direct connection to divinity? Do you feel like you're cast out? Because remember, the real war is within, right? That's the real spiritual war that we are fighting. It's inside of us. It tries to get to us in weird ways. It tries to choke us a little bit. It says in the shadow of Eek, you may feel that God, Goddess is outside you, so you may not respond as fully in co creating your own reality, you see. And Big part of us thinks that, yeah, divine is taking care of everything, you know. And yes, it is in a way. But when you understand the true reality of human existence, a lot is very different. And when you understand your own role in the creation of your own reality, it's too much. It's too much. It creates some sort of a dissonance for a while, which takes a while to harmonize. And I feel like that's exactly what is going on with the Lightworker Collective, because this is leading to empowerment when we reach the strength season. Right now, we are in the Lovers season, then comes the Chariot, and then comes the Strength. And we are in the Strength season, this energy will fully ground. It says in each shadow, you may expect the divine to handle everything, forgetting that you also are a spirit. Ignite the circuitry of your potential. And this dissonance is also stemming from the fact that once you get to know your own divinity, once you understand who you are, who the original human is, it really is maddening, because it brings up so much anger when you get to know the divine essence of humans, because there is so much misinformation out there, and the best of us fall for all that. And it's really crazy, the levels to this, the levels, the sheer number of levels. It never stops. It's almost like, so we hear so many theories, you know those races created us, these races created us, and they are so very high up there in the sky, and we are so puny, and we were created as some sort of like a slave race or something. All this is garbage, real garbage. All this information is spread so that you that's all so that you do not try to rise above a set limitation. No matter how high up you get in your vibration, it's like a very well designed energy, and which is being broken down, by the way, left, right, and center by the light workers. Because right now the light worker collective is very different from all the light workers that have come here and transitioned early on. Many have come here in many other ages. A lot has happened here on earth. Earth is old as f, like real old. And humans are old, and so very close to God. There's a bit of experimentation on the humans end too. That's why we are here doing what we are doing. So yeah, the spirit of curiosity, the spirit of undoing is also at play here. So when you get to understand all this about our very essence, our very origin as well, it's a bit like it brings up anger. It brings up like, what are we doing really? Why are we again choking ourselves like that? And imagine this energy at the collective level, the pain that is generated here on earth. It is felt all over the cosmos, and I'm sick of it, honestly, because I know you all are feeling it too, and sometimes it makes me nauseous. I don't know what to do with it, because I'm trying my best. but the energy is getting very intensified. It's just like, ugh, working with the violet flame. Forget working. I think I'm smoking the violet flame or something, Yeah. Anyway, I don't even know what it means. Oh, the violet flame is smoking me. Yeah, that's what it means. It says no matter how small or seemingly insignificant it may feel at first, act on the inspiration and movement of spirit. Yeah, movement is coming in. Many of us, especially light workers, we have been on this hermit journey for a long time. And now you'll see movement, especially after the strength season. There will be a period of solitude with hermit, and then with the wheel of fortune, everything is going to take off. But don't think of it as like, don't confine this message to a time period. I would say just think of it as energy, and it could, like, work out in a very different way for you. It doesn't have to be time related. I'm hearing it's not time related, it's gang related. Yeah, so that's what I was saying. The nature of the light workers is very different. They're hidden in plain sight, very much hidden in plain sight. you know they're all awakened, all of them, all. And I'm also hearing that there are no fixed numbers. There are way more than 144K. So again, that number is also some sort of like a distortion. It's almost like there are some distortions created by the light side in order to, you know, remain a step ahead of the dark ones, basically, because the Light Federation has been, and I'm not talking about any galactic federation and stuff. No, they are also compromised. All these so-called orders and federations and event horizon beings, like, I don't know what that means. They're all compromised. The real work is going on at a very subtle level, and the energy is such that even the ones who are playing a big role, I'm talking about the light workers, many of them, they're not even aware that they are light workers, believe it or not. Yeah, they're being, like, shielded from their own origin in this case, very purpose, though they are living their purpose. A lot is not known. So I think we have some ninjas working on the light side, and it's a very yeah, they're pulling a mission impossible, basically. So let's hope for the best, and let's also see complex stability. How are things stable here? How, I think that's number 12. Yeah, talk about that, number 12. And that's why gang related. The 12 gangs are here. They are the ones who are up to it. And look at that. It looks like a smiley. And it's like the face is very like a poker face. But it also looks like as if it's like pouting or something. Anyway, so it says pattern that connects. Yeah. So there are signs everywhere for sure, especially for the light workers. There are certain energies, certain signs which you cannot miss even if you want to. So that is why I said this is a message just for the light workers, for the real ones out there. So if you're still here, you need to kind of get more serious about your knowing, your inner knowing. There's an expansion taking place. And so far, if the energy was subtle and in the background, it cannot stay in the background anymore. So, whatever is still keeping you stuck in the matrix, one foot in the matrix, that needs to end. Otherwise, like the suffering that I'm talking about, the energy, the intensity of it is so very intense for me. Let's just talk about me, because I know about my life. So I am very much kind of very out of the games of the world. I'm really not there. I'm getting this uh high pitched noise. Anyway, and you know, maybe like whatever, if there are threats, I don't know. But the way I live my life, I am not in the system. I'm not working for the system in any capacity. I'm not connected that way. I'm absolutely disconnected. I'm very focused on the deconditioning process. And at the same time, I keep doing my research. Like, research never stops for me. So this need to be the case for you. That's what I'm hearing. And I know all of you, you're different and all of that, yeah. But there is something about the shift that is coming in before the triple eight portal, where the alignment is going to be very accelerated. So I say it's patterns that connect stability and expansion, greater constellation, union of polarity, sacred light councils. Yeah, that's why the order came in and the federations councils are here. 12 is the ray of complex stability, the foundation of self and the foundation of essence in union with the mystical truth of polarity. This drawing number 12 alludes to your potential or actualized ability to gather and focalize sacred circles of light. Meditate. You will remember yourself sitting on many a sacred council circle in etheric temple. And yeah, seriously, like, I was not much of a meditator, but lately I have to, and weird things are happening. Nice weird things. Because when I close my eyes, everything goes quiet. There's just like nothing, no sound, no thoughts, nothing. I can only see certain things, but like, it's really quiet. And that's new. The reason I used to avoid meditating was because it was a bit weird. It was just like my mind was never quiet. And I did struggle with attention deficit for a long time. I think it's gone or something. Maybe I do have some traits, but it doesn't define me anymore, especially since I kicked that label out of my life. I don't allow anyone to label me. And before I started doing that, I stopped doing the same to me. So I stopped allowing myself to label my own being, which in turn allows me to set these healthy boundaries. I think I have been ranting or something, but I think I am in a trance or something, honestly. That's what I feel like, because my head is kind of like a bit up there. Like, I cannot feel my crown. It's almost like it's hovering. And my eyes are sort of like going up. Yeah, okay. What else do we need to know? Give me three cards. This up. Messages for my Lightworker collective. The divine warriors I'm hearing. The ninjas. Look at that. I asked for three. The shaman. The orphan almost came out in reverse. And Eros. Oh my god. The siren. Hmm. So what's happening is the shaman. That's why the trance energy came out crazy. Mm, there's definitely soul integration that is at play, and yes, of course, there's this deep layering taking place in the shadows and the darkest, deepest pits of one's being, one's very existence. not getting soul exactly. It's just like everything, the ball of energy that you are, in all the realms combined, the ones you cannot even remember in this realm, in this dense realm. And also, like, physical shifts are happening for you. Are you seeing the double diamond and the double serpent and the three skulls here? You have died so many deaths here in one life. It's been difficult. Seeing the hands, you have a lot of support. Do not feel suspended. Do not feel like you're alone. That, yeah, just because we are creating our own reality. Always remember we are co-creating with spirit. So spirit, like, it can feel like a bit, overwhelming when spirit kind of, like, leaves us on our own, and we feel that disconnect in the moment. It can be terrifying, it can be really, I don't know, but I feel like the energy is, it's all for your own good, it's all for your own empowerment, so that you learn to navigate this reality in a more focused sense, where your feelings are not getting hurt left, right, and center just because you're sensitive. There is something about the nature of your soul, the very energy that I'm talking about, the very collective energy. When I say collective, like your collective energy, which is like your wholeness of being, that's exactly what I'm talking about. So that it is such that there is purity to it. There is this otherworldliness to it. The ways of your word, especially the very origin, right, where you come from, it's pure light. It's pure light. It's this lighter light. Where the flames are not felt. Uh-huh. It's just pure light, like luminous. I'm hearing nebula. And this card actually gives me the energy of a nebula. Some of you come from really different places. Like, the origins are very encoded and very much hidden. Even when it comes to the Starseed community, they don't know your origin. They don't know anything. Mm. But yes, with the shaman, it's like you are on this journey to the underworld of your own being, right? And you're witnessing, you're seeing go, what needs to go. And even this process is not easy on earth at all. But the good thing is, essentially, all of this is leading to you finding your diamond, you claiming it. It's like you never mm, second guessed the diamond that you are, even if you were put in positions where you were not made to feel that, I don't know, you're worth it. Like, somebody ever made you feel like the second best, or that you're not good enough, or anything of that nature. Maybe that stayed with you in the unconscious. That's what I'm getting here. And for a while, you lost your diamond a little bit. But the thing about diamond is rough and tough. It can cut glass. So, and losing it is one thing, but then there's also a thing called retrieval. So that's what you're retrieving. That's why the hands. And this is being retrieved because you don't feel abandoned anymore. Nah, that's the change here. You understand something, because see, this is like a floating serpent and this is a coiled one, right? Now you understand nothing is linear, it's all circular. Everything is moving like a wheel of time itself, and especially it's the wheel of time here in this realm that is making things the way they are. It's also the reason why there's so much pain. It's also the reason why time is not a reality in the higher dimensions, because it's time that creates false expectations, that also creates a hype, a rush, a need to get somewhere. It also creates the spirit of competition, which is good for evolution. And evolution is a very top priority for humans, right? Especially in this realm, because essentially what we are doing here is all about that. Yeah, don't get too attached to the stories of the victim and the victimizer. Nobody is a victim at the end of the day. If you understand the true laws, and I know this is something which you can sit and argue about, you can tell yourself whatever, you can scream in the vacuum of space, but that's what it is. Nobody's a victim. Everybody's a victim of their own consciousness. And I know it's something very harsh if you look at the reality of this earth, right? Because right in front of us, there is so much weirdness that is going on, horrifying stuff, violence, creating thousands and thousands of victims in the name of what? But I don't like to talk about that reality, because I know who is in control of that reality, who is ruling over that reality. And the ruler of that reality is so lost. That's the nature of this ruler, who's controlling that part of the matrix here on earth. So their very rules are very different. They are functioning on a very different timeline, and they're dealing with real demons. And it's because the ruler of that matrix feels like the orphan that he is, and he thinks he's god. So that's just sad, you know and he really means it when he says he's god. Yeah, because he doesn't know any better. And the ones who are caught up in his realm, especially in his hell, they think he's god too. So that's a whole drama that they have created for themselves. And everybody else's collateral damage, but the collateral is also involved in their own drama, which is again equally layered. That's why I don't want to talk about that, because there is a lot that is going on. But the thing is, I have to talk about these things because everything is essentially connected at the end of the day. And these beings, these people, these sects and cults and population and nations and religions and whatnot, they are creating collective trauma to achieve whatever it is that they are trying to achieve, right? They have excelled time and again doing the same crap, getting away with it. Now it's getting so very difficult because so much noise and so much killing and so much violence, but everybody can see right through the BS, except for the ones who really do not want to, because that's a choice that they have made. That's where their soul is at, their own consciousness is at. So again, no judgment here. It's just that there's no point fighting, arguing, and also negotiating with these beings, these people. They are designed in a way where they will bring you down to their level because they cannot ascend. And I'm not making this up. I'm not saying everybody can ascend. Don't come to me with that. No, they cannot. Not everyone can ascend. If that was the case, there won't be any phantom earth. I think most people are descending. That's my personal view. Everybody is given a chance. at salvation, redemption, whatever you want to call it. Even these words have such religious flavors. Deliverance. So the love sonnet number 11 is recommended here by Neruda. Very intense guy. And the sonnet is also pretty intense. I remember that. I used to like it very much back when I was naive. So yeah, it's all about understanding the play, especially with Lalita here. Lalita is like a similar archetype as to the Eros, like they are very similar in a sense, and it's all about the playfulness of the existence. And Eros is more so very much fixated on the animal nature of human reality. But I shouldn't even call it animal nature, but yeah, it is what it is. The lower chakra activities, that's what he's concerned with. But it is through these chakras that we reach the higher up chakras, right? And the activation actually happens in the lower realm first. So everything serves a purpose. There is that, but I feel like this is a new kind of activation that is coming in, which is actually clearing out all the residual energy, especially with the shaman here, because I told you you're going in the underworld, and it's the lower chakras where the underworld is in the chakra system. Yeah, especially the root, right? It's because it connects you to so many more energies, especially in the physical sense, right? And the energy that we carry in a body, the very physical body. So a more contemplative understanding of this archetype, I would say, is you're figuring out your desires and the root cause of your desires. Where are you being led? But also what is leading you. You're understanding the energy at play. You are also understanding the past energies that were at play. And there are certain realizations coming up that is driving you a little crazy, and you want, I don't know, you want karmic retribution. Yeah, retribution. You want to see it in action. And there's like a bit of like a to and fro going on within you where you're like, and especially this could be in love relations, especially because eros is here, right? That is about sensual love, the erotic love, the romantic love. And this could be, I'm hearing something, but I'm going to clear that with tarot first, because that's an intense message. Some of you are supposed to be the very retribution for some people, and maybe you know this very well. It's almost like you're being set up for something which is going to cause tower moments after tower moments for the very people this concerns. Let's see, show me, spirit. Yeah, look at that. And this also came out here. And the page of swords underneath. Yeah, cups, sorry, page of cups, temperance, 10 of wands, and 5 of pentacles. Yeah, and again I get that orphan energy here. You know better. You have moved away from certain energies who really tried so hard to bring you down to their level in order to like sabotage you at the spiritual level. But the thing is, you kept moving in light, even when you were really tested, like really, really tested, I'm hearing, which created sickness in your very physical body. Like, because you were holding all this repressed energy, repressed anger. Is the kind of anger I'm hearing, which is even you don't know that you've been holding it for so long, and now all of that is just bubbling up, and you don't know what to do with it. But you will know because you're letting it go, you're abandoning it, you're alchemizing it, especially with the temperance here. You know what to do with it. That's why the violet flame came in. You were doing it, you're working with it. Somebody is about to get down on their knees and ask for apology and whatever. And I think you're going to remove yourself. You've already removed yourself from this equation, but your freedom is going to rub some people the wrong way, especially the ones who were trying to kind of like put you in a cage of some sort, and the fight for the wrong reasons, create drama, create chaos. You understand the whole, deal with these people. So, of course, it's different for each one of you, but that's coming in strongly. And these people are struggling, like really struggling. It's just like they're not able to make their peace with the end of it all. They're not. This is end of passion too. This is end of passion for the weak ones. I'm hearing. Yeah, my throat made a very weird sound. It's almost like some energy blockage was relieved. These people affected your power center because they were siphoning power, for maybe, I don't know, monetary gains. I don't know. Your presence made things easier for them. Whatever. Yeah. Alchemy can go either way, right? Yeah. They were also alchemizing your energy. Weirdos. I'm telling you, this realm. But this time, it's all about not quitting. Any advice? Yeah, the magician. You are the magician. You know what you're doing. You have all the tools. And this disappointment, chaos, anger, frustration, especially connected to the past, all of this is going to like get out of your system sooner than you know. Yeah, I just saw 555, like four fives. So yeah, 555. Total change, right? Total change. Anything else? Anything else? Yeah. I sit here, spirit is going to keep talking. And the star underneath, a knight of pentacles. Astrologer says, be mindful of astrologers. Don't listen to their crap because astrology is also a tool. That's what I'm figuring out. And I think you were supposed to do your own research, but it is a tool that controls. You have to let go of modalities that are limiting, modalities that limit you. You have to keep changing and evolving and keep doing your research. Research is very important, goes without saying. I mean, this guy is literally like studying here. So there's that. And yes, you are the star here. And even this guy is studying here, but he's like looking at his family tree. Like, so this is where it got effed. This is where I need to like get in and do the work. And then the fool and the king of swords. Love that. But yes, of course, I'm not going to undermine the frustration, the disappointment some of you must be feeling, especially when it comes to somebody you're dealing with who's like, it's like this person is finally realizing that it's over. And they're sending a lot of like weird energy away, and it's almost like they're losing it a little bit, and you can feel that. And your job is to keep it moving. Basically, you're anyway a natural transmuter, alchemist, the magician. You know what you're doing, you know what you're here for, and your life has a bigger purpose, much bigger purpose than all of this. And especially when it comes to, I don't know, temporary romance that can really destabilize you. It's because you're very sensitive, so you cannot anyway play like you used to play. That's what you need to know, my light workers. I hope this helps. And take care. I will see you in the next one.